Morning Discord, morning YouTube. Let's get into it. Okay, so yesterday we had a pretty significant drawdown in the market. In the after hours yesterday, it chopped around sideways. Same thing in the pre-market this morning, a little more volatility. I believe this wide range is our lick box. I want to know if we are at this current moment looking for a break, a retest, and a reject of this level here. So let's see what happens when we get to the 5. The 5 is at 59.30. So we're gonna look for our call entries somewhere above the 5 on our break and retest. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of talking today. I don't feel very well. I'm just gonna try to get my point out, and then we'll get this day over with. Today's Friday. I'm probably not gonna trade today. I'm not 100%, but I'm unlikely to trade today. I decided that we're gonna do it organic today. I'm not gonna use the pre-market algos. I'm just gonna do it organic. Okay, so we're gonna let a couple cycles go by, and then we're gonna start generating some algos. I'll be right back. So let's let a couple cycles. I'll be back. I'm just gonna be quiet in the background. Today's Friday, right? So on Fridays, not guaranteed, it's kind of tribal knowledge, but it's just a thing where contract or the price usually goes sideways because they want to burn out contracts. So usually the price goes sideways, they burn out the contracts on Fridays. However, we did have a lot of movement yesterday. We had a lot of movement. So either we're going to consolidate a little bit, let the market absorb everything that happened yesterday. Three things are going to happen. They're going to want to recover, they're going to absorb it, or they're going to continue. So we just need to know how to be prepared for each one. We need to know what the signal is for each possibility. Let's see if we get any movement here right now. So we are below the water on the 1 minute. We're starting a bear cycle on the 5 minute. And we're below the water on the 30 minute. So if this 30 minute ends up working out to be a weak, so while we're below, but in the bull cycle, let's look for sideways, right? Sideways to down. So for any calls, our safety is going to be above the 5, somewhere above the 5. For puts, we're going to look below. Your safety puts, we're going to look below 49.41. So once we get here, then we're going to start to do some analysis. So let's wait till we get here. Okay, so I'm gonna let a couple cycles go by. I'm gonna be quiet here in the background, just letting it set up for us. Okay, so I'll be here. Just be patient. Look, you see what it's doing right here, this bar coding? They're building it up. They're building it up for the move. Alright, we're going to test to see if the up's going to be magenta for today. Or at least for the morning. We're going to test it. Let's let a couple cycles go by because the price action isn't moving. We're just going sideways. So let's let a couple cycles go by. And look, if the market doesn't present us with a trade that we like, then we don't have to take a trade. If we sit here all day and we don't like a trade, that's part of the game. So don't feel like just because we showed up we have to take a trade. That's not a thing. We don't have to take a trade. We have to preserve our capital. That's what we have to do. We have to minimize our risk. Okay, so on our 5-minute chart, this is what we want to see. So the price was down here, right? We want to know if we're going to break the lick box, retest the lick box, and reject off the lick box, or if this break of the lick box is a liquidity grab. So that's what we're waiting to see. Is this a liquidity grab to then continue down like this? So we have to verify which way. For the up direction, we're going to wait for a break, retest, reject to the 5. Excuse me, I'm back. Okay, recap. Calls above the 5 on a break and retest. Puts below 49.41. Otherwise, we're just stuck in this range. Now, if you can manage to scalp something in between this range, that's what we're going to try to do. But until we break this range, we're in the range. I forgot to pink ranger. Pink ranger is under I think it already went underneath before the market opened anyway. Pink Ranger was 54.82. So we're below the water on the 1 minute. We're below, we're in the bear cycle on the 5 minute, and we're below the water on the 1 minute. Excuse me, on the 30 minute. So if you have to ask yourself, where's the confluence, right? It'd give you an idea of direction. I think we have our micros. We might have our micros, so let's see if we can develop a macro. It's gonna get easier in a little bit, just be patient. We just need a little more time. Now remember, best practice is usually to allow for the test. All right, best practice is to allow for a test. I know sometimes we're getting a little more comfortable now, and we already see it before the test, and I notice you guys are taking trades before the test. That's fine, because it just shows that you're gaining. It shows that the education is working. So don't be afraid to take the risk, because you know you can recover. And also, with no risk, there can be no reward. Look at all the wicks, all the rejection wicks on the 5. Again, so we're gonna find out if this is a liquidity grab. You know, if we start trading underneath 53.01, we're probably gonna start looking the other direction. So magenta's holding up. Looks like we're in magenta until we're not, okay? Let me do some work. I'll be right back. Looks like we might have a wedge developing on the 5. I gotta leave this magenta 01 because we're still in the range. So you gotta measure risk to reward on this. So it looks like we might be forming this wedge right here. All right, measure risk to reward here. Still inside the range, so it's a little risky here. Also, you know the trend is downward. You're fighting the trend, so you can't overstay your welcome on this. Okay, protect your trade. This is a perfect example of what I was saying, that just because it's a break of, you need to measure risk to reward, because we're right at this key level here. That's why I was saying your best bet is to wait for the break, the retest, and the reject. This is why, right here. So look, we need to figure out this lick box here, if they're gonna reject or if they're gonna stay inside. You see all the liquidities right here, so they're having a hard time breaking through below 54.74. So this is the major battle right here, 54.74, or whatever this line, whatever this key level is right here. It's 54.82. So we're going to see if this is the stop hunt, or if they grab liquidity off purple to continue. So your best bet, again, wait until above the what is this, the 5 for calls, or below this for puts. If you're working in between here, you know, you gotta be on it. You gotta be on it. Okay, here's the exercise, right? So here's when we'll know when the play's over. Let's say you took this break of magenta here, right? Let's say you took this, your stop could be in one of two places. Technically, this is one of the last lows, but this would probably be the proper last low right here around 53.20. So you can choose, this is just an example. If you took this, you can put your stop here or here. So this is what, you know, in normal circumstances, what you'd be contending with. And then once we break this purple, then you'll know. So you see where a lot of resistance is. A lot of resistance is going to be at 56.85. So first step before calls, we need to be above 56.85. Second step, we need to break the 5. Third step, retest the 5. Fourth step, reject off the 5. Okay, this is another good example of when I was telling you, just because it's the break of something, it has to make sense, right? You have to measure your risk to reward. If you know that major resistance is right above you, you have to measure, is it worth it to take the risk from this break to here? That's exactly what we just went over. So now you understand, when you're in the range, you got to chase it. If we get outside the range, then you can let it run for a little bit. Hopefully you understand that. While you're in this range, you need to scout, because you don't know the direction yet. Once we get some form of direction, then you can let it run. All right, well, either way, they built up a good amount of liquidity in this little wedge right here. So now let's see what they got. We're gonna see if purple is gonna get us to at least 50.68. If not, this is just chopping. This is just chopping in here, and we don't want to get involved inside this in this range. So this is gonna be our major range, and it's only gonna be calls above this and puts below this if the criteria is right. So now we're gonna get a chance to test purple, right? So we tested this magenta once. We got a rejection up here, but we kind of expected this one because we knew we're coming up against resistance. So now we need to see if we still need to test purple. Let's see if this is a little dance right here. Remember, before they head out, you always want to see a little dance. Not, you know, not always, but it's beneficial if you see a little dance right before it heads out of major liquidity. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. I'm just gonna get up, circulate some blood. They're definitely building up a wedge here, so let's see if let's just be patient. We have our criteria. I know we don't all like to get in early to get the best possible entry, but don't front run it. I'm interested to know if we are currently transitioning from if we're currently transitioning from magenta to blue. I'm not sure yet. We might be transitioning from magenta to blue, so let's give it a second. Let's be patient. The price hasn't moved anywhere. You haven't missed anything. Just wait. It's Friday. This is what it is on Friday. This is why I don't trade on Friday. We'll see. Let's see if this is the dance here. Let's see if this is the dance for the down. I think the liquidity's along excuse me, along the dotted line. Let's see what happens if we break this dotted line, if we get some significant movement. And then we can finally confirm at least one of them. Yeah, I think purple is holding a lot of liquidity. There might be a secondary liquidity at this dotted line right here. Okay. Look, red and green, set alerts. It's Friday. You don't have to sit here and do this all day. Okay, I got my alert set on green and red. I'm telling you, this dotted line has, I think it has all the liquidity. We need to break this dotted line here. Okay, this dotted line right here is, what does it have, the cure for cancer? Come on now. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Let's go. Jeez. See, this is the point where we don't know which way the orders are going to go. We don't know who's going to win the battle. There's a whole bunch of orders sitting here right now, and the market is currently settling out the orders. They're figuring out who has more, the calls or puts. If the calls win, it's going to go to the next level above, and then we ride the wave. If the puts win, it's going to go to the next level below, and we ride the wave. But this dotted line here is... So every time it gets tested, the orders, you know, new orders come back in, new orders come back in. They're fighting right at that level. So we'll know on the break of, man. I mean, technically it would be green. Green Ranger at the top, 56.85, but I want to say magenta is going to give us our hint if we're going to go up. If we break magenta, that's going to be the hint that we're going up. Even though we haven't tested, we'll test it first. We'll test it first. But they're building up to break one way or the other. Let's see that wick. Let's see if this rejection wick. Let's see this rejection on magenta. Let's see if it's telling us something. We got to break this dotted line here. I want to see if we break this line, if the price just starts to go. Because we all see the liquidity built up right here. The whole world's looking at it right now. The market makers know. And now everyone's worried about inducement. Are they just going to fake out just to grab liquidity? So that's why your best bet is to wait underneath red. But if you're going to be the gambler today, then you're going to work inside the range. Okay, so we broke the line. Let's see if we get any significant movement. Okay, still below the water. Protect your trade. I'm here, I'm just being quiet. All right, look, if you took purple, you survived, you embrace the retrace. All right, so you take purple, you embrace the retrace, now your trade's protected. Now you just gotta let your winner win. Now you gotta let your winner win. All right, we're gonna see how much we can get out of it. We want to see if we can at least target red. That's the hope. Okay, yeah. We got to get below this dotted line for more downside. Don't get involved in the range. Just wait for this range to break. This is tough. Look how look at the bar coding. This is tough. If we break blue, look for we've identified our range. If you're taking trades in here, you're okay with the price. If you're taking trades between green and red, that means you're okay with the price. That means you're okay with buying and selling in the same range. I think blue may be our macro. I'm not sure yet. It's stuck between blue and magenta, so let's be patient. Yeah, as of now, I just see a lot of blue liquidity. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, we're in blue until we're not. Yeah, we're in blue until we're not on the 5 minute. We're in this lick box. Let this lick box clear. There's a lot of liquidity built up inside here. Let it clear. We're gonna be fine. Watch. You watch. Watch, here we go. I'm just gonna clean up this 5 minute chart really quick. Now on red, we want to see the dance before it heads out. We want to see like a red, green, red or something like that. I want to see if we break red, if we fall into a stronger selling channel. But for now, blue's holding up. Just wait for the range to break. All right, Discord, we're gonna guide off the 5. All right, my alerts were triggered. Now we're gonna assess the situation. We're gonna see if we should be getting in right now. Let's see. Okay. 30 seconds on this candle. Okay, protect your trade. Protect your trade. Look at the money we just printed. There it is. Look, you had purple, you had red. 2 entries. Look at the money. I told you, don't panic. Do not panic. The worst thing you can do is panic. Look at the money we just, there it is. There it is. I told you, don't panic. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. We don't let one, we want to win the war. We want to win the war. Oh, okay. All right, now let's see what we can get out of it. Don't overstay your welcome, okay? You know you're in the range. Stick to your exit strategy now. Our entry, spot on. Wait, now employ your exit strategy. Just allow your exit strategy to happen. Don't get your little greasy fingers on the mouse. Just whatever your strategy is, make that happen. No excuses this time. No excuses this time. Just fully implement your exit strategy right now. You have to be able to, number one, embrace the retrace, and you need to find delight in being uncomfortable. Like, you need to have a sadomasochist mindset. Just employ your exit strategy right now. No excuses this time. All right, now don't overtrade. I'll be back. Did you let those first 2 green candles scare you out? You see what I'm saying? Don't let the green candles scare you out. It's okay. You have to allow the market the time to give you the money that you're trying to get. If you want to get the move that takes 20-30 minutes, guess what? You got to wait 20-30 minutes, right? So just whenever you feel comfortable, allow your strategy to fully flourish, or else you'll never know. You'll never know. And look, if you took the break of whichever one, you could have done purple or red. Your trade's protected. You're safe. You're safe. You don't have to. And I know, you know, and if you want to collect right now, collect right now. I get it. But what I want you to do is start working on your exit strategy. This is very important. Because I think a lot of times within the first 30-40 seconds of a trade, our fingers are already starting to move our stop loss. I don't know that to be true for a fact, but I think it is a thing. That we'll take a trade and within the first 30-40 seconds, we're already moving our stop. Now let's see if they want to retest the level and reject, or if they're gonna grab the liquidity to push it back up. Because now at this point we're looking for this right here. Watch. We need to see if this is going to be a liquidity grab to form this. Here, I'm going to clean up the chart really quick. So if it rejects underneath this this red, let me clean up this chart. Then we're gonna have a break, retest, reject of this liquidity box. And then this will give us our continuation down. Or, watch. If it doesn't reject underneath this red right here, then it's gonna do this. So these are our two options right here. We're about to find out. Let's see. So here's our 50-50. Oh, sorry, hold on. It's got to be somewhere up here. They're not giving away anything. You gotta, while we're in the range, you gotta chase your trades. You gotta chase it. If me personally, I didn't take any trades. I'm not trading. If I were to take this trade, I would have been stopped out for fees. Because I would have taken it on the break of red. I would have put myself within profit within fees, and then they would have stopped me out here. If I didn't chase it, I would have been stopped out when it got back up to the red. That's just me being honest how I would have played that. I would have entered on red. Once it got within fees, I would have protected the trade within fees, and then I would probably let it run, and then it would have came back against me. That's what would have happened in real life. But I don't think I would have taken a loss there. I definitely would not have taken a loss. But maybe fees if I didn't react fast enough, but we'll see. It's Friday. This is what Friday's all about. I think I do like blue for the up though. And then again, don't overstay your welcome. And we're back at market open, so you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. If you're trading within the range, you're okay with the price. You're okay with buying and selling the price within the same range. I do think that this break of Red Ranger right here, that was a pretty good move. So if we did, what is it, 52.39, if you were to catch the low to 50.86, this is a great move right here. This is a great move with plenty of time to capitalize on the trade. This is a great move. For scalping, this is a good scalp. Within the range, yeah. Blue's really interesting to me right here. I just don't like this price action. Look how barcodey it is. You know, honestly, we have no sense of direction. We're just chopping sideways. We have no sense of direction. I mean, they're testing the downside. It looks like they're testing it. They want to retest it. So we want to see if we're experiencing a high and then maybe a lower high. Let me draw that again. Maybe a high and then a lower high, and then we want to see if we get lower high. But otherwise, this is sideways. Let's see if we can get above the water and break blue at the same time. Yeah, I think blue has all the answers. We're in blue until we're not. This was a really tough day to trade. If you were able to make money, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing by not overstaying your welcome. If you made money today, you're doing the right thing. Hell yeah. Good job. Good job, DC. I'm glad you're, thank God. Like, listen, you guys need to understand, we got to have a reasonable expectation of how much money to make on a play, right? And I'm glad we're understanding, while we're in the range, you got to chase that money. Don't let them take it from you. Just chase it. Something's better than nothing. Something's better than nothing. I'm glad we're understanding this, because I've had members that just, you know, they think that every move's going to be 10 points, and that's just not a thing, right? What I'm offering is, I'm saying I'm identifying enough liquidity to make at least 30 cents on the move. That's what I'm offering. I think 30 cents day trading, scalping is a reasonable enough to make consistent earnings. So yeah, I'm glad you guys are understanding that we have to have a reasonable expectation. Not every single break of whatever is going to be, 30 or 10 points. It's just not a thing. So take the money when they give it to you. Don't overstay your welcome. You'll be fine. You will be fine. And then you'll see when you scale those 30-cent moves, it's going to be, a full days of work. A full day is your normal paycheck. But look at this blue. This blue has all the answers right here. This blue has all the answers. So while we're in blue, we're in blue. There's nothing to do while we're in blue. If you're in puts, then stay in puts if you're in blue. Otherwise, I see, a lot of liquidity building up in blue for a break to probably make a move. But then again, we're in the range, right? So we know we can only test to the next level. So green. You got to measure risk to reward. But look at this little dance here for the up. Looks pretty nice. On a normal day, if this blue doesn't work out for calls for me, I'm just telling you how my mind thinks. On a normal day, if this blue doesn't work out for a call, I would probably stop trading. That's just me. Just because the price action, right? Not every day is a trading day. And I'm, recognizing chop, recognizing, at this point, I'm starting to recognize a pattern here, right? That they don't want to make the price go too far in any direction. They don't want to break the 5 because they know the liquidity is there, and they definitely don't want to break underneath 49.41. So, taking all these factors into consideration, at this point in time, to preserve my account, once I start seeing if this doesn't work out for me, because this would be like probably 2 out of 3 that didn't play out, that would inform me of the type of day I'm about to have. Because I've been through it so much, I know that FOMO is going to start to set in. I know that revenge trading is going to start to set in. So if this blue doesn't work out, in real life, I'd probably quit for the day. But these are just my personal rules from the experience that I've had. We're all going to have separate experiences. Well, they're probably going to be similar. They're probably going to be more similar than they are different. Yeah, this blue has all the answers. They refuse to give up this blue, no matter what. This blue is holding up firm. So we're in blue until we're not. And that's the answer. Meaning puts on the top of blue, calls on the bottom of blue. Until that pattern changes, that's what we got. Remember, the stock market is pattern recognition. This is the pattern. Puts on the top of blue, calls on the bottom of blue. This is the pattern until it's not. Very simple. You don't have to overcomplicate things. We have identified the pattern. Now we're waiting for the break of that pattern. You get it? Very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It just took time to identify the trend, the pattern. Now we know. I'm gonna get rid of this magenta. It's there, but it's throwing me off. Okay, look, for the down, we want to look for build in orange, break of purple. For the up, we want to look for a build in yellow, break of blue. Okay? So I'm going to clear this. I'm going to clear the chart really quick. I want you to see something. All right, Discord, we got our marching orders, right? So we want to see the price build up in orange, and then we want to see the break of this purple. For some puts, for some calls, we want to see it build in yellow, and then break the blue for the calls. Okay, so now just set your alerts. We're gonna see which one happens. So what we're hoping to produce, if we break this purple, is this right here. So if purple breaks, we're looking to see if this is the pattern that's going to play out, the inverse cup and handle. Another thing you got to think about, it's Friday. It's Friday. Are they just going to keep faking us out? Because, you know, on Fridays, they like to burn out contracts. They like to keep the price within a certain area to not gain contract value. So we got to take all these things into consideration because everything's based on a balance of probabilities. All right, my alert went off. Let's see if this is going to be a break and retest of this purple. We need to break this dotted line. We need to break this dotted line, this dotted line right here, 5104. Or no, excuse me, 5090. All right, we want to see if this is going to be the, here, watch, let me show you. We want to see if this is going to be the dance in our micro, here, let me clean it up. On a very micro scale, we want to see if this is going to happen here. Or another rejection underneath blue would be also an indication. All right, remember, we want to see if our puts are going to be underneath purple and if our calls are going to be above blue. So if we get a weak bull cycle, that should form us our micro handle. So you already know what to look out for, right? Discord, you know what to look out for. If you're on YouTube, you may not understand what I'm saying. So you need to join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. You'll get sorted out. So let's see if we get above the water while breaking blue, or if we get a weak bull cycle underneath blue. And if none of that happens, guess what? No trade. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Because we know what the setup needs to look like. And if it doesn't look like that, then why risk the money? Because at this point here, watch, let me show you something. On a micro scale, it looks like they might be trying to build a lick box right here. If you don't know what a lick box is, you need to send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. So let's see if this 5-minute chart, watch. We want to see if this 5-minute chart, if it's going to do this. You see it? See the micro? So this 5-minute chart, excuse me, still valid. If we start trading above 54.82, we're gonna start looking for calls. 54.82, which is right above our lick box, right? So that makes sense. That makes sense, right? If we break blue, we'll be above our, yeah, that all makes sense. So this is all, we got our marching orders. Watch, one of these things is gonna happen. And if it doesn't, then guess what? That means you're just stuck in here. So this is how we stack the odds in our favor. Now we know what to expect. Because one of these two things is gonna happen. It's either gonna break blue or break purple to go into this next lick box. One of these two things is going to happen, and if not, then it's just going to get stuck in the middle, and then you're glad you didn't take a trade, period. So we want to start, did the price break our structure from our micro, right? You see how certain things need to happen? If a certain thing happens, then we do this, right? The market is a set of if-then statements. If this happens, then we do this. So if this is our lick box here, now we need to figure out what is the pattern. Is it going to be this right here? Or is it going to be this one kind of already died out, right? This one didn't work out. or at least it broke the structure. So now we're waiting for our blue. Now we need to see what's going to happen with blue. So we always have a set of if-then statements. If this happens, I do this. Everything we discussed is happening right now. Everything we discussed a few minutes ago, it's all happening. All of it's happening. We know exactly what to expect. Remember, we're in blue until we're not. And then I see a secondary liquidity on blue as well, which is a little concerning. It's right here. So remember, either we're going to break blue, maybe form a bear cycle, a weak bear to continue, or we're going to have a weak bull cycle here, reject underneath the blue to continue down through purple. If you wanted to take less risk, or if you're least risk averse, you wait for a blue to form up here by this green. So while you're in this range, between this thick red and this thick green, you got to chase all your trades. You got to scalp all of them. Okay, OG. So you're saying maybe a break of blue here, which also coincided with starting of our bull cycle. I'm assuming that's what you're saying. Okay, seems like a pretty good thesis. We're gonna see if it all works out. So do you see how the 1 minute is giving us our sniper? It's showing us it's being a little more precise, the 1 minute. See how the 1 minute's giving us our sniper entry? This is how we use our 1 minute, 5 minute together. See how it's forming a wick here? But good, it's good you're paying attention to the 5, because that's how we guide, right? So remember, we want to look for a rejection underneath this blue. If we're gonna have a weak bull cycle, we want to see a rejection, so you got to give it some time. So if the price breaks purple, right? If it rejects blue and breaks purple, I mean, really we need to get underneath 50.90. That's really what it needs to be. So even if it breaks purple, I would still be more comfortable with underneath 50.90. Look, didn't I tell you blue has all the answers? I told you that thick blue has all the answers. So just wait for one or the other to happen. You don't need to try to guess which way the stock market is going to go. The answer is you don't know which way. No one does. I promise you, there's a whole bunch of orders sitting at 50.90, and there's a whole bunch of orders sitting at right above 654. So every time those levels get hit, the price rejects back to the other one, right? This is forming our liquidity. This is our lick box that's forming right here. So until you know who's gonna win out of this battle right here, unless you have inside information, there's no way you're gonna know. You need to know if we're gonna get below, retest, and reject. That's how you know who won. If you're sitting here trying to guess the stock market, that's a fool's errand. We want to see if this lick box, if we start fading up or down. You see the wedge forming. It's a little sloppy, but we'll see. So don't sit here and try to guess. Don't just allow the thing to happen, because you don't know. You don't know there's a whole bunch of orders, call orders on purple. You don't know if there's a whole bunch of put orders on blue. Well, we do know, right? Look at the put orders on blue. Put orders on blue. Put orders on blue. Put orders on blue. Call orders on blue. Call orders on bottom blue, right? So we know blue has all the liquidity. Look, rejection off of purple. Now we're gonna go back to blue, right? Purple, blue, purple, blue. So you don't have to sit here and try to guess. That's all I'm trying to say. It doesn't even make sense to try to even have a bias. Like, oh, I think the market's gonna go this way today. Why? Why even waste your time with that? I used to try to do it all the time, and I realized those biases are just working against me, because I'm trying to make each candle fit my own bias. So instead, identify liquidity, wait for one side to break. Simple. Now don't overstay your welcome. By the way, on Webull, they just added a feature where you can put in entries, order entries on indicators. So for example, they use VWAP and TWAP, time weighted average price. So that's something I'm probably going to look into. I don't know if they do it with options though. Dang, look at OG pointing out. OG definitely pointed out the break of our blue on the 5-minute. OG also pointed out the fact that we had confluence. Confluence meaning we broke our level, plus we went above the water. YouTube, you're not gonna understand what any of this means. You need to join the Discord. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. We have a system, right? We have a system, and it's been working out for us. I'll just put it like that. We have a consistent, profitable system that's making money consistently every day. If you stick to the strategy, right? That, it's all contingent upon your emotional handicaps that you may have in the stock market. I mean, just take this one away just to clean up the chart so we're not looking at too much data. Again, break a blue to here. If you didn't collect or protect your trade by now, there's nothing I can do. Break a blue for calls. Here's your entry. If you didn't protect your trade or collect money by now, there's nothing I can do for you. Okay, YouTube, there it is. Look at the money we just printed, YouTube. I told everyone what was gonna happen, right? I said we have our orders. We're gonna wait for the break of this blue for calls. I even highlighted it. Here's the blue. Here's the highlighted blue for calls. You enter on your blue. You hold for, you embrace the retrace. Now look where your stop is, right? Your stop is underneath the last low. Now you're just allowing your winner to win. You see what I'm saying? Very simple. We already knew. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, keep printing. I'm gonna clean up the chart. Keep printing. Protect your trade. Your trade's protected now, right? You can't lose from here. Good job. Good job, Discord. We were patient. I told you, one of two things is gonna happen. Either we're gonna buy calls on the break of this blue, or we're gonna buy puts on the break of this purple. We only had one of two options. It ended up being the blue. Okay, we buy calls. Now we're letting our winners win. Now we're just making money. Now we're thinking about quitting our day job, right? Excuse me. Yeah, now we're thinking about quitting our day job at this point, right? Once you see, you don't have to be stressed. You don't have to be stressed. We have a set of rules. We trade like robots. We don't have any bias. It doesn't matter what we think if it's going to go up or down. It doesn't matter what we think. Our thoughts don't print money for us, right? Our technical analysis is what prints money for us. Look at the money we are printing, right? Good job, Discord. Good job. And look, it's the people who showed up to work. You show up to work, this is the reward you get. You put in the hard work. You put in the effort. You're taking the risk. Look at the money we just printed. It was very clear, right? I couldn't have been any more clear. Blue has the answers. And I told you, if we break blue, I'm buying calls. If we break purple, I'm buying puts. Look at the money. And you know what's insane? There's still gonna be people on YouTube that refuse to send an email. They refuse, and it's fine. It's fine. I just, when the rug gets pulled out from underneath you, hopefully you've gained enough knowledge to continue on your own. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to take this journey by yourself, right? We're all in it together. Look at the money we just printed. Look at the money. Very, very simple. Very simple. Let's say you got chopped up in here. It's fine. We knew where our entries were. This one may be a little risky on the break of this red. I mean, still, that was a full point, right? So this is the break of this red. I have to take credit for this win here. This is a good move as well. And again, I'm setting up plays for people who scout, for people who want to do longer term, swing plays, intraday swing plays. We're even setting up for longer term plays, right? Monthly plays. So if you see me and it seems a little confusing, you have to understand what time frame you're trading off of. Understand the time frame you're trading off of. And OG3K, excellent work. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. Excellent work, 3K. Pointing out the confluence on the 5-minute chart, which we use to guide off of, using our 1-minute chart to identify the sniper entry. 3K, great job. Great job. And this is the, if to new people who want to join, when I'm charting, I have very, very talented members who are giving, who are explaining the analysis in very clear terms for newer members. Good job, 3K. Look at the money. Look, I told you. I highlighted it. Oh my goodness. There it is. Look. Hold on, look at the 5-minute chart. At the 5-minute chart, and I said this a long time ago, at 654.82, you're gonna buy calls. We went over this a long time ago, which coincided with the break of our what is this, blue? 3K pointed out that we have confluence on the break of blue. Hey, look at the money we printed. We do it every day. Stop being surprised. Stop being surprised. And it's only the ones that show up to work every day. And you have to understand, we're not going to win every trade. You're not going to win every trade, but you can't let that discourage you, right? Because that's what they want. The rest of the world is hoping that you don't have the strength and the courage to do better for yourself, to take the risk. They're all hoping you don't do it. And you're doing the hard thing. This is the hard thing. What we're doing right now is the hard thing. Because we have secured money in our pocket, right? We can just walk away and go buy a Starbucks. But instead, we're taking the risk of trying to improve our family's life, trying to improve our life. And I'm telling you right now, if you're trading with me and making money, even on YouTube, if you're not in the Discord on YouTube, if you made a dime from trading with me, and if you don't do good things with that money, bad things are going to happen. That's just what it is. I don't make the rules. You have to do positive things with the money you make from trading with me. Somehow the universe just knows. Don't overstay your welcome here, okay? We know we're reaching resistance up here, so if you want to wait for the legs to close, wait for the legs to close. If you want to take key level, if you want to, just don't overstay your welcome. Take the money. Take the money. Okay, back to what I was saying. It's very important. I'm not just saying this, it's actually an important aspect we need to consider. I know it sounds silly, but you have to do good things with the money, positive things. I know it sounds silly and it sounds crazy, but I just know it. Now, if you make money doing something else and you want to spend it on OnlyFans, you do you. But if you're making money from here, it has to be taking care of your family, donating to charity. Church is a good idea to donate to, or mosque, whatever, temple, whatever you believe. Again, our entries, they're fine. Our entries are fine. Now, what you do with your little greasy hand after you hit buy, that's the only thing we need to work on. That's the only thing. And that's a good problem to have, okay? A good problem to have is knowing when to go in, but not knowing how much money you want to collect. That's a good problem. It's a problem, but it's a good one to have. There could be worse problems. You see why you don't let one red candle scare you out? You stick to your strategy, whatever it is. You have to stick to it. Whatever it is, just stick to it. We have the data. We already have the data. The data shows we're going to be fine. The only thing that messes it up is when that one red candle comes in and your whole worldview changes. Your mind gets rocked when one red candle comes in, as if that's going to change anything in your life. Your best bet, stick to the strategy. We prove it every day. We're still printing money. I'm going to give a quick recap on the day. We had, I'll be honest, it was rough in the morning. It was rough. And also, side note, I had magenta up here, and it was just getting in the way. I noticed blue, and I was like, hey, I'm stuck between magenta and blue. I identified blue. I got rid of magenta. It took me a little bit, but we got there, okay? So I'm not, I can't be perfect, but it took a little bit, but we got there. So you have to trust in the process. Trust that eventually, I'm going to say, at some point during the day, it's going to get way easier from here. Right? So if we've noticed the last, couple months, every time I've said it's going to get way easier from here, guess what? The wind rolls in right after. And Every time I've taken a loss, right after we get a big win. Those are just, I'm not saying that, you know, some kind of mystical connection to the stock market like some people. What I am saying is the probabilities are on our side for a win. That's what I am saying. And you're going to hear me repeat the same thing over and over and over and over again until it becomes ingrained in your brain, and you're going to be just as good, if not better than me. And you're going to be accelerated because it took me a while to get to this point. You're just getting all the data instantly. Look at the money we're printing. I told you, don't let one red candle scare you out. Stick to your strategy, whatever it is. If we're going to key level, if we're going to wait for the legs to cross, but whatever it is, it can't be, well, I saw one red candle. That can't be it, right? All right, now the alert went off. Again, every time I've set an alert, every alert has printed money. Every alert has printed money. So you don't have to sit here and just, you know, look at the damn charts. We identified chop over here, right? We don't need to sit here and stare at the charts. All right, so now the cup closed. Now let's see if we form a handle, or if we had enough. Hold on. We're gonna see if we have a strong enough move to do a break and retest of green, like this. Now, if you took green automatically, you got to figure out, are you gonna, meaning if you already had your order placed here, are you the type that's gonna wait for the break and retest and reject, or are you the type that's gonna hold? Do you have the stomach to hold for the retracement? That's what you need to figure out. All of this is in lesson 8, and if you go through lesson 8, and it's a quick read, maybe a 2 pages Word document. If you're having trouble understanding those concepts of those 3 entries and exits, send me a DM. You don't have to sit there and don't be silent. Send me a DM. I'm here to help. I'm here for you. It's not the other way around. I am here for you. So you know you're paying money for this service, then I want you to get every cent of value you can out of it. Every cent of value. You know, keep me honest, keep me working. Don't let me slack. I want it. I want you to want it, right? I want you to want the education. I want you to take your own time and do a replay. Pick a random day throughout the day. Look at the money we're printing. Pick a random day and do a replay, right? Do a replay. See how you would do. Test your chops. If you want to make this a thing, it can't just be, I mean, it could be, I get it, it's fine, but you know, I always say I'm training you to be leaders, not to be followers. I'm training you to be leaders. So the leader's path is going to take that extra, to do that extra work. The leader's path isn't going to be afraid to ask the questions. And it's going to take that time to do the replays and to do all the homework. The follower's path, you're still going to be financially free, but you're going to be beholden to me. And that's fine too. I'm okay with that. I think I'm a reasonable individual, but you know, you get to decide. You can decide your own path. If you're going to put in the work, you're going to show up to work every day, or if you want someone else to do it for you. But you get to decide. Because I do this regardless. I don't mind doing this. This is what I like to do. Anyways, I'm gonna let this play out a little bit. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna set my stops appropriately. I'm letting my winners win. I'm just letting it win. There's no reason for me to intervene. I'm gonna put my stops appropriate, and I'm gonna take a walk. So don't overtrade. Don't overstay your welcome either. All right, trade protected. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Also, if you're on YouTube, send me an email. Stop being silly. LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. It's not going to cost you a thing. I need you to see what we have going on in the Discord. It's gonna change everything. It doesn't cost anything. Okay, I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. Excellent day today. Excellent day. Look, it started a little sketchy, but we got a little quick scalp right here, and then we had our win. So give me a second. I'm gonna walk around. I'll circulate some blood. Go touch some grass. I recommend you do the same thing. Let these winners win. Don't sit here and just monitor your trade. Set your stops. I'm not saying don't monitor it. I'm saying don't put your don't start moving your stop losses. Just set it, let it win. All right, I'll be right back. Don't overtrade. One more thing before I head out, or not head out. One more thing before I take a quick break. I just want to point out to YouTube. Hold on, let me. I'm going to show you the 5-minute chart. On our 5-minute chart, I had this path drawn. I don't even know how long ago. This was hours ago, probably. We had this path drawn hours ago. I said above 654.82. to buy your calls hours ago. Now, if you're on YouTube, you don't have access to the 5-minute chart. Only the Discord members have access to the 5-minute chart. So the Discord members already knew. That's how my Trader OG 3K, how she already knew to call out what was happening on the 5-minute chart. And look at the win from the time the OG called out the play. The price was at 652.94. Right now, the price is at 657. 657. And this was the Trader OG that called out the play. Right? And all she did was monitor the 5-minute chart. So if that's too much of a task for you to do, then this isn't for you. It's not for everybody. Day trading is not for everybody. Some people like to spin signs outside of Subway. Some people like that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it, but spending hours doing it, I probably have a problem with that. I'd rather spend 2 hours in a row doing this than spinning a sign trying to sell sandwiches. And again, nothing wrong with that. It's just I would prefer to use my time doing something else. If you took green, don't overstay your welcome here, right? If you're waiting for the break and retest, wait for the break and retest. We don't want to get caught in between the 5 and green now, right? We don't want to get caught in here. You know what? I'm supposed to be walking around. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I need to get up. Give me one moment. Okay, this one, that candle stopped me out. This is a good move. This was a really good move. Let's so our entry was on the break of this blue right here. We bought call entries. We survived all the way to green. This candle right here stopped me out. So that was a good move. I'm gonna take my win and call it. I don't need to trade anymore. I said I wasn't gonna trade, and then I ended up taking a trade. Because I knew this blue just it was too juicy. Look at the blue. Look at all the liquidity built up in blue. There's no way I could turn around. I could turn away from that. So once you see setups like this, once we identified this liquidity box, look how perfect this liquidity box played out. Also with the secondary liquidity, how it retested and rejected the secondary liquidity. This was a textbook trade for us, and it doesn't get any better than this. If someone on the internet is showing you a better entry, if someone on the internet called out the entry down here, then then that person's amazing, and you should probably be in their Discord. We called it over here. You know, we like safety. We like safety. I don't like to risk people's money. I'm not in the business of risking people's money. I like safety, and I hope, you know, I don't try to get the home runs every time. The home runs come naturally. So am I willing to take less reward but for less risk? Yeah, I don't like risk. Trading in the stock market, risky enough. All right, give me a second, I'll be right back. Protect your trade on green. If you took the green call, if you took the safety call on the break and retest, now you got to protect your trade. Trade protected, right? It broke, it retested, rejected. Textbook. There's nothing more I can do. I've given you the answers to the test. I've given all the answers to the test. 160%. DC, you are on an absolute tear, my friend. DC, save some money for everybody else, DC. Jeez. You've been on an absolute tear. DC, if you wouldn't mind, if you want to share your trades with everybody, that wouldn't be a bad idea, because you've been really tearing it up. When I'm saying share your trades, I mean like during the polls, right? The polling, when you guys do the polls. Yeah, DC, you've been doing very well, very well. Look at the money we just printed. Look, from, I don't know how long ago. I told everyone, break look, here's the green line. This means buy call. This means buy call. This means buy call. It doesn't get any better than this. Look at the money we just printed. Look at the money we just printed. There it is. Oh my goodness. Send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I will get you. Look at the money we just printed. Look at the money. Here's the call out on the break of this blue. I even have it highlighted. Look at the money we just printed. Oh my goodness. Damn, it feels good to be a... Look at the money we just printed. Who doubted me? Who doubted me? Absolutely perfect day. Absolutely perfect day. Look, this is all done live and in real time. It's all done live. I told everyone in the goddamn world where to buy a call. Everyone. Look how much money it just printed. Look at the money. And you know what? There's still going to be people on YouTube that refuse to send an email. It boggles my mind, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh boy. Look at the money. Look at the money. Oh my goodness. Oh, nice. 67% said up. Good job. Good job on the poll, OG. Look at the money. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't have to say anything. The proof is, look, here's our entry for calls. Oh my goodness. How long ago? 11/21. Look at the money. I drew this path, I don't even know how long ago. Hours ago. Hold on, I want to check something. So if I didn't already prepare my Discord for this day, shame on me. Good thing I did. It's a good thing I prepared everyone for exactly what's happening right now, and we had the exact entry on the break of blue. It doesn't get any better. Look at the money we're printing. It simply doesn't get any better. It simply can't. Oh man, look at Rhino. You guys are You guys have diamond hands for real. You guys can hold, boy. Look at the month, bro. Okay. If we don't have the best trading Discord, I don't know how it gets better. I simply just don't know how it can get any better. Right to the 5. Damn, that was a damn Rhino. You had a good play. That was a good play. You know, I like to issue a challenge to YouTube. Send me an email, join the Discord, it's free, and you ask the Discord members yourself. You don't have to rely on me. You ask the Discord members yourself. They're all very nice people, and they're all gonna talk to you, and they're gonna be honest. You ask them yourself, is it worth it to join the Discord? You don't need to take my word for it. Matter of fact, don't take my word for it. But if you're curious, if you're having these thoughts in your mind like, oh man, it sounds like a good, why not? This guy's trading live and in real time, showing winners every single day, right? And if you're sitting here with the thought, then that's a sign. Stop ignoring when God's telling you something. And if anything, it's just to satisfy your own curiosity. There's no risk involved, right? It's free. What you're doing is your research. Ask the people in the Discord. Ask them their journey. Or you can just look at the data that's happening right in front of your face. We bought calls here. We bought calls here. Look at the money. There's nothing more I can do. Oh my goodness. Look at the break and retest of green. I told everyone in the world, if you want safety, wait for green. Look at the money. Oh man. You're welcome. You are welcome. Oh my goodness. Okay, really quick. Sorry, I know this is old information, but a long time ago I said if we get above green, wait for that weak bear cycle for the break retest. Textbook. Perfect weak bear cycle break retest. Textbook. Look, oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta focus. Hold on. Did some economic news just come out? Because, alright, let's wait for the break and retest. Discord, if you're still sitting here trying to trade, you've got problems. You know, we should be at least putting a stop loss. You need to start tightening up your stops right now. All right, so from this point here, we need to see if there's going to be a liquidity grab from the 5 to push it back down, or if they're going to break above, retest and reject above the 5. So it's either going to be liquidity grab on puts coming up here shortly, or it's going to break, retest, and reject the 5. Yeah, today's been an excellent day. I don't. There's no reason to sit here and trade anymore. We've done. Wow, we've done a great. We did good work today. I'm gonna spend another few minutes. I'm gonna let this settle out, and I'll probably call it a day. This was an amazing. I'm not gonna sit here and trade all day. I don't recommend you guys sit here and trade all day. The more you sit here and trade, the more you're gonna risk. This is just a fact. This is just a fact. So allow whatever's gonna happen to happen. I'll be right back. I'm gonna do some admin stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I think that's been my time. We did good work today. I'm gonna set up some long-term plays for the Discord. YouTube, that's been my time. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, give me a second. Excuse me. If you're interested in learning how to trade with us, send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out. I'm offering, if you send the email today, you'll get the whole weekend to go to the Discord to absorb all the lessons. There should be 8 lessons. There's a couple videos in there as well to help you understand the strategy, so you're not going to be completely in the dark. And it's free to trade for a session, so you can get all this weekend to absorb the content. You're going to get Monday to try to trade for free, and then after Monday we'll see if you're a good fit. So send me an email, LiveSPYTrading@gmail.com. This is the weekend. This is the best time to send the email. Do it today. If not, you're going to be flipping signs at what is it called? Flipping signs at, not Jersey Mike's, Subway. There it is. I like Jersey Mike's. So send me an email, get you sorted. YouTube, it's been a pleasure. Have a good day. Goodbye. We're going to do it again Monday.